Good Friday morning, everyone, as we approach Labor Day. I hope you've had a fantastically powerful and prosperous week in the Lord. And more than anything else, I hope you're living your very best life in Jesus Christ. Well, Labor Day can't really come too soon for me because of late I have found myself struggling a bit. Oh, I don't mean in my faith as much as my sense of being, I guess you'd call it in sync. I think I've gotten so busy of late that if I'm not careful, I'm just going to get out of rhythm. You may say, what do you mean? Well, as a musician, I can tell you that being out of rhythm while playing can mean disaster. And over time, I learned to be aware of when things are not totally off, but just slightly off. It's much easier to get back together with the guys you're playing with if you become aware of this early and adapt. Sometimes it means slowing down a bit, speeding up a bit, or occasionally just maybe even adding a small rest. Just enough to get back into sync. There's the answer. I think I need a small rest. Not a big one, mind you, just a little one. Just enough to get back in sync with God and His people. See, Jesus was a great example of knowing how to stay in sync with the Father. He knew when to be with the Father, to commune with and rest in the Lord, and when to be out working, being sent to help others. I suppose that's the key, the balance between being with and being sent. I will admit I tend to overdo the being sent part sometimes. I desperately want with my entire being to see our church grow and prosper, and I know that all of us have to be willing to work hard to see that happen. And as a pastor, well, it's very much up to me to motivate, inspire, and lead. And that means being very serious and very busy about my Father's business. But one of the things I've learned over many years and many pains is you have to sharpen the saw sometimes. I suppose or you'll eventually become so exhausted from sheer frustration that you'll cease to be of any use to anyone, not God and certainly not yourself. See, I'm slowly learning to follow Jesus and establishing this rhythm in my life. Be with Him and listen. Be sent out and do. Then be with Him again to learn from the experience. When I'm running low spiritually, I've normally slipped out of rhythm, either through busyness or laziness, or start living in my own strength and following my own clever ideas instead of His. I and others soon feel the resulting poverty. But when I'm living by the rhythm, that is God's rhythm, God is my companion and musical partner, and the joy of joining His work and seeing His goals accomplished is my reward. So I'm convinced that as Christians, we desperately need to have this rhythm with the Lord, both in our relationships relating to God and then responding to our friends and marriage partners with love and patience and wisdom, and for our spiritual growth as we relate to God that we are called to emulate, then go forth to act like Him. Being with God in prayer and devotion, being sent from God into the world in action, that was Jesus' rhythm of life. And He calls us to do the same for our own good and for the work He sent us to do. And we can always be assured that that little rest is not going to cost us. If anything, it will build us up. Jeremiah 31:25 says that I will refresh the weary and satisfy the faint. So as we approach Labor Day weekend, let us be thankful for those moments of rest that He blesses us with and use them to sharpen the saws as we prepare to go into a lost world and show the love and grace that is the gospel of Jesus Christ. Oh yes, we have work to do, but we're not going to get it done if we allow ourselves to burn out through sheer exhaustion or from being out of rhythm. And after all, I can tell you from experience, being out of rhythm, being off the beat, makes for lousy music, and it makes even worse Christian workers. I hope you make today a fantastic day. I hope to see you in church on Sunday. I want you to enjoy your Labor Day weekend to its fullest as we finish up our summer. And I want you to know that I'm here should you need me. And I truly love you all.